Cheers. From my home here in Hyde Park. While I miss our Westlake office, I'm here doing my part, staying home and saving lives. I'm Tiana Van Gundy, the owner of Wedicity Wedding Day Detailing. And this is my first time putting on lipstick and a full face of makeup. And let me tell you, it kind of feels actually really nice. So a little bit about Wedicity. We are a full service wedding and event planning firm right here in Chicago. We offer full service planning packages, partial planning options, and also a 90 days of details package for anyone looking for day of coordination. So today we want to talk to you a little bit about the term that you may have been hearing lately around mini weddings or micro weddings. We'll be reviewing the venue options that are here locally in the city that can still help you make your day happen in 2020. So if you're not in the Chicago area, don't worry, you can still benefit from this video. We'll be reviewing alternative ideas as well as questions and things to consider when downsizing your wedding. So, like you, it feels like our lives have also come to a complete halt and the world has been turned upside down the moment we heard of COVID-19. We're working with couples every day to help them through these tough decisions and to support them in the next steps. Along the way, we have talked with our venue partners about the next season of weddings and what that might look like. As of today, the foresight for the immediate future is gatherings of 10 or less or 50 or less. And that is based on the Illinois governor's phase-based plan that was rolled out recently. With this in mind, I want to share with you some of the amazing things that venues and vendors are doing to still make your day possible and special. Right now, you are likely considering all of your different options, whether that's a small elopement or 10-person or less mini ceremony, or you may be holding out for the small wedding style that's like 50-person or less that we're kind of hoping is coming to fruition soon. Regardless of where your thoughts are, we've got a good list of amazing venues offering some really awesome packages and custom proposals that can accommodate those requests. All the venues we are mentioning today are specifically in the Chicago area. However, there are many more venues surrounding Chicagoland and offering similar options. I'm sure other cities and other markets are also offering small group packages, so you should reach out to any space that you're interested in. Now, this is not going to be a comprehensive list. If you love a specific venue or fall in love with some pictures that you've seen online, simply reach out to that specific venue and request more information. Most venues are willing to work with small group sizes, especially during this time, whether that's to host just a ceremony or a ceremony and luncheon or a mini cocktail hour or other creative use of their event space. Now, let's dig in and talk about some really fun options for a micro wedding. So I'm going to list these in alphabetical order, and then I will also post links to them later on in our blog, and I will follow up with that information at the end of the video. So first is Bridge 410. That is a venue that is located in Westtown. It's a perfect space for small groups under 50. They have both an indoor and outdoor space, which allows for both social distancing and a beautiful backdrop outside with a built-in rain plant. The Builders Building is in the heart of it's in the heart of the city, like in the actual loop. If you're looking for a traditional feel with some beautiful architectural elements like columns and things like that, this is your spot. Next up is Celeste. This is a 4-floor restaurant bar event space combo located right in the heart of River North. Specifically, they have a beautiful urban garden on the rooftop that is perfect for many ceremonies. It has this greenery-filled rooftop. It's gorgeous. Is covered in case of rain. This is actually one of my favorite spots. It's kind of one of those hidden gems that not many people know about. Catalyst Ranch is perfect for a couple that's looking for something a little bit different or eclectic. They're located in West Loop and are combining forces with some other great vendors for all-inclusive packages, so reach out to them for more information on those. The Dawson is another option, which is a restaurant and is located in the River West neighborhood. That has gorgeous private event space both in their outdoor patio as well as their second floor private dining room. That space is managed by Gage Hospitality Group, which also has a few other options in their group as well. Greenhouse Loft is another one of my faves, located in the North Bucktown area. That place has a beautiful outdoor greenery space accompanied by a light and airy kind of modern space indoors. In addition to that, we have Lido House that is in Anderson, in the Andersonville neighborhood, and is perfect for intimate weddings. They are already a small venue, so they're kind of already tailored to that group anyhow. They're offering for a 10-person or less ceremony package that includes photography and the officiant. Plus, they have a cute, really cute, like Dolly Parton mural right outside their venue. Loft Lucia is in the heart of West Loop. They have a really pretty industrial modern space on the main floor, and then above that is a quaint rooftop that has slight city views as well. Perfect for, again, an indoor-outdoor component if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for any like city views, the next few options are going to be really great options for you, so listen in if that's what you're looking for. Next up is Mid-America Club. They have lovely views from the top of the Aon Center. This is a lifestyle membership-based club that are offering small wedding packages to members and non-members alike. So you can enjoy the view from both the city and the lake. In addition to that is Metropolitan Club, who is also a lifestyle facility and has a membership base. This venue is located inside the Willis Tower, as we all call it, the Sears Tower, and has spanning views of the cityscape. Moving over to West Loop, we have Morgan's on Fulton, which is a fun multi-level event space in the heart of Fulton Market District. They are known for their killer rooftop and artist industrial vibes. Their city views are also quite amazing. Heading south now to Row 24, that venue is a South Loop event space specifically in the Motor Row district, which is managed by a husband and wife team. This space has a vintage industrial vibe with hints of historic elegance. Great for anyone looking for something a little bit on the more southern part of Chicago. Lastly, this is not in alphabetical order because they manage quite a few different properties, but is the Chicago Park District spaces. In my personal opinion, these are wildly underutilized resources in the city that are really gorgeous and have great scenery and backdrops. They are creating inclusive packages that will likely have a DJ, venue, catering, along with tables and chairs included in their packages. And some of the venues that they manage are Columbus Park Refectory, Promontory Point, Garfield Park Conservatory, South Shore Cultural Center, amongst a few others. Again, this is a short list of venues. However, many other venues are pivoting and creating some of these small group packages. So we suggest that, again, if you really fall in love with a venue, that you reach out to them and see what other offerings that they may have, or what other accommodations they can make for a group of 50 or 10 or less. Now that you're kind of at a starting point, you have at least some venues to look into, you have kind of a starting point there, let's talk about what the event might actually look like and a few things to consider and discuss with potential venues. When requesting pricing, discuss options for both the 10-person event or the 50-person event or less. Now, I'm suggesting this because, as you know, the phase-based reopening plan is all based on statistics and metrics of where we are at as a city. We are unsure of what phase we'll be at any given time, so you want to consider all of your options and what those look like for you. Be sure to ask about specific packages that they may have for small gatherings specific to COVID-affected couples. This is likely to be very different than their original package pricing that's already online or readily available. Some venues are offering inclusive packages and some are just simply venue rentals, so be sure to clarify and you'll get to see what is actually included in the package. And if there is a package-based plan that they're offering, ask if you're able to break out anything that you don't want in that package. For example, if a package comes with an officiant, but you prefer that you have a friend or someone that close to you to officiate, ask if that is a piece of the package that can come out. Remember that every venue has their own internal policies and health and safety regulations. However, they still have to comply with local and state mandates. So be sure to ask just what accommodations they have made internally to accommodate these new restrictions. Some other things to kind of think about and to ask about are if your guests are personally required to wear personal protective equipment, as known as PPE. As of today, we have not been given specific guidelines as it pertains to private events. However, I'm hopeful those guidelines will be given to us soon. In the case that PPE is required, ask if you are responsible for providing that to your guest or other accommodations that need to be made. Now, let's think about the event itself and the team producing it. Now, these are your vendors. This is made up of possibly the venue manager, catering staff, officiant, photo video team, your planner, any other vendor that might be there participating and actually making your day come to fruition. So ask them each and each team how they're protecting themselves and they're protecting them against from your guest. Likely they will be wearing facial coverings and or other types of personal protective equipment such as gloves or other coverings over their face. Also ask about how food service will be handled. This might actually change from the original food service preferences that you had originally. If you were considering like a buffet or food stations or something of that sort, it might be something you might want to discuss a little bit further with your catering team specifically. An important question also to ask is how many staff will be on site? If the maximum capacity is 10 or 50 people per the local mandate, how many staff do you need to account for in your totals? If the gathering maximum is 50, that means 50 humans, including your vendors. You'll likely have a guest count closer to 35 or 40 or so, with the rest being staff to actually stay on site to produce the event itself. Lastly, we all know things have been changing rapidly, and it feels like the new information is just flying at us every minute. So be sure to understand your postponement and cancellation clauses and ask how are those handled. If you don't understand something, ask for clarification and ask how further payments are structured in the future. As I mentioned earlier, this is also not a comprehensive list of questions, but you should at least get the conversation going. This is also just to ensure that you truly understand the event and what it would look like and feel like and what you are personally responsible for. Now, if you're listening in for some alternative options, we've got you covered. Those are coming up next. For those of you who are leaning towards more of the elopement style with just like yourselves, an officiant or a photographer, you should talk with Becky Brown of Elope to Chicago. She's a local photographer that specializes in elopements, working with the logistics and details with you for the elopement itself. Many other area photographers are also offering elopement packages, so feel free to ask. If you have a photographer you're already working with, discuss that with them first. I'm sure they would love to hear from you. Photographers like Renee at City Savvy Imaging or Haley and Mickey with Goodman Collective are also offering small wedding packages, hourly rates, or elopement rates, and these are things that you should discuss with them. I just want to say the photography and videography community is ready to capture your moment. Whatever the size, whatever the location, trust me, they want to pick up their camera just as much as you want to get married. The last version of micro-weddings that I want to talk about are home-based ceremonies. This could be in your backyard or on the front stoop, or if you're lucky enough to have a rooftop or a balcony, it could be right there at your home. What I like about this option is that there are still a lot of fun ways to make it uniquely you. Some of these options include inviting a DJ to live stream from your home and or having your guest invitees added via a Zoom call, and you can have a dance party afterwards. It could include a live trio of musicians popping up in your front yard to watch from your front stoop. Guests can still partake in the fun and cheers to you while sipping on your wedding cocktail that's delivered to their door from a local courier. Or a drive-by wedding parade for wedding guests who celebrate from their vehicles and can honk and celebrate and cheers to you from afar at a safe distance. There are still a ton of ways to personalize your wedding for both you and your guest. Now, I know some of you are still thinking, well, this is still a bummer. I'm not able to have the wedding I've been planning for months or I've been dreaming for years, but I'm here to tell you, you are gonna have that wedding. It might be a little bit different than you had originally anticipated. It might be later this year. It might be a scaled down version. It might be next year. Or it might even be multiple events where you're celebrating a few times over. Regardless, know that an intimate wedding can be just as magical. And as long as you're marrying your best friend, everything else will fall into place. Here at Wedicity, we've had the opportunity to work with quite a few intimate weddings. Some elaborate because keeping the guest count allowed them to indulge in some of the other luxuries that they wouldn't have been able to have otherwise. And some quaint and simple, sharing just sentiments between themselves, keeping it highly personal, but both are just as beautiful. Lastly, know that whatever you decide surrounding your wedding day, the wedding industry is here for you and we support you. We want to celebrate just as much as you do and are here for you when you are ready. Thank you so much for your time. I hope this was helpful. If you have any further comments, questions, or concerns, please reach out to our team. We'd love to chat. I will continue to update the venue list as information rolls in, so please check back regularly for those updates. That will be on our website at wed-icity.com/blog. It was such a pleasure sharing some of these lovely venues and some of these tips and advice for you, and I hope you found this helpful. I wish you all the very, very best in whatever you decide is the best fit for your wedding day. Cheers and have a great day.